How many physics objects can I get on the screen at once? I'm obsessed with physics toys, always have been. When I started working in Unity, the general consensus online back then was that it just wasn't possible to put that many things on screen at once. There was just no way to handle spawning hundreds of objects in the world and having them all be on the screen at the same time. Well, if it wasn't clear by the footage I'm showing you, that isn't true. Here are the 4 things I did to get literally thousands of coins on the screen for the coin pushers that I've made. Object pooling. Instead of instancing and destroying all the coins all the time, or storing them all in a big list, I just used this handy object pooling class inside of Unity. Then you just set it up in the start method like this, and you can just call get when you need one, and returning it is as easy as release. No monobehaviors. One of the biggest overheads is the monobehavior lifecycle. An easy way to get around that is to just never have a monobehavior to begin with. Optimized meshes. This one is pretty low tier, but it goes without saying that you can put more coins on the screen if the coins take up less resources inside the computer. Avoid overly complex meshes and make your own if you really want maximum control over your project. Physics settings. This one is the most esoteric. I spent a while messing with the physics settings, and these are the ones I found best for my purposes. Interpolation prevents a lot of the clipping issues that can happen with lots of physics objects on screen. And setting the detection to continuous helps prevent the coins from falling asleep and forgetting to wake up. And that's it. That's literally it. No ECS, no dots, it's just the Unity physics engine. Since each coin doesn't have a script, the overhead on these objects is just the rigid body collisions. This is what all those people said was impossible to do. But if the coins don't have a script on them, how do you store data with them? There's a few ways I tried. They all have their own advantages and disadvantages. The first one is the self-deleting script. I know this is technically against the rules, but if you know that you're only going to need the data for a little while, you can just attach a script and then have that script look for a trigger to remove itself from the object, like a collision. I used this in Push and Plunder because I knew that the coins would only need to trigger damage on the enemies after they're fired, and not when they'd been sitting on the floor, so they would be safe to delete themselves after a couple of seconds. The second option is a manager with a dictionary. This one is a bit more robust, and it pairs well with the pooling script from earlier. All you have to do is create a data-only class for your coin, and then when you get the coin from the pool, use the rigid body or the game object as a key and the data class as the value. Then later, you can look up the data via the instance of the coin when needed. This also makes saving these coins easier because the metadata is already in the format that can be saved easily. Simply add a serializable tag to your class. And the third option, which actually should be used with all the other options, is tags and layers. If your data is really simple, you can get away with just using tags and layers on the game objects. I use this one for Pocket Pusher, because the coins do nothing special in that game. I just had trigger boxes looking for any object tagged coin, and then it would award the player appropriately for them when returning to the pool. And from there you can really do anything you want. I started prototyping this coin pusher where you summon little dudes to fight for you on top of the screen while you push tokens off the bottom of the screen. Just for fun, using the very stuff I described in this video. If you're interested in playing any of the games that I've shown you today, you can find my Steam developer page in the description. Subscribe for more, and what kind of systems do you think you could build with this? Let me know in the comments.